This week on the Digital Coffee, there is a new tag on Facebook and it's just awful. But in good news, soon we may be able to hide that Twitter blue tick and there's new emojis on the way. All that and more after this. Good morning, and welcome to the Digital Coffee. This is your weekly dose of digital marketing and social media news for small business. My name is Amanda Webb, and I am a digital marketing ROI trainer, consultant, mentor. What does that mean? That means that I help businesses just like yours get more money in return for the time, the energy, and the cash that you are spending on your online marketing. But enough about me. You're very welcome back. We've been off air for three whole weeks. In fact, I can't really remember what I'm doing. I can't really remember what I'm doing so much that I'm actually not here right now. No, I'm not. I'm in Youghal. Yeah. Youghal, that's a place in County Cork in Ireland. It is not Youghal, like you might know in the United States. So I am pre-recording this show, but I couldn't go. So much has happened since I last talked to you. I mean, threads has happened since I last talked to you. So I couldn't go another session without speaking to you. I will be looking back at the comments, so I'd still love to know what you're drinking. I'm hoping I'm quite caffeinated by the time that you watch this because I'm about to train some people. And it's going to be a fun day. I'll tell you about that next week. So do let me know what's in your mug. Let me also know. I want to know how you feel about that @everyone tag. You may not know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that tag on Facebook. In Facebook groups, Facebook group admins can add an @everything tag. Just type that in a comment or in a post and it notifies the whole group that they've been tagged in this, every single person. So you may have seen these notifications. You and others have been tagged. Some people love it, some people hate it. Tell me how you feel. And the relevance of that, I'll tell you now in just one moment.
I'm Esther.
And I'm Melanie.
From the Monday Morning Marketing Podcast.
And you're watching the Digital Coffee
with Amanda Webb.
The everyone tag on Facebook, that tag that will notify every single person in a group that you have posted something. People either love it or they hate it. They love it because it means that they can finally reach every single person in their group, whether they want to be reached or not. Or they hate it because it's annoying getting all those horrible notifications all the time. It's just notification upon a notification. It's like, look at me. And it's really disappointing when you click through. Can you tell what side I might be on there? I don't know. Anyway, okay, I think it's a bad idea. I don't like it. I don't like being tagged in it. I did try it out for my analytics day group, but to be honest, I'd want to do it like once in a blue moon, not the once a day or once a week that they allow. I think it's terrible. But Facebook obviously disagree because now they've added a new one. They've added a new tag. This is it. It is the followers tag. And this isn't for groups. No, this is for your profile or your page. And you can use this in some regions. It seems to be highlight instead of followers. But what you're looking for is that little thing that pops up that says you can use this once a day to notify all your followers. So basically, same as the everyone tag. You use that in a post and all your followers will get a notification that they've been tagged. I think if you thought the everyone tag was bad, that was just for people who knew what was going on and had lots of groups. I think people are really gonna rant about this. It won't be me. I secretly hate it. I don't publicly hate it, but I can see this not going down well. So my advice is, it's spammy. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't know why Facebook are encouraging it at all.
Hello, this is Nicole from Wonderstars, and you are watching Digital Coffee with Amanda Webb.
Poor Ireland. I live in Ireland. Poor the EU. We cannot get threads. No. When it initially came out, we found a workaround. We found we could use VPNs and fake phone numbers and fake addresses and set up accounts and you could still get threads. And then everyone thought that was fine. We could do that. But no, Facebook copped onto that and they said, nope, When I say Facebook, I mean Meta, you know that. Meta copped onto that and they went, no, sorry, you can't even do it using a VPN. And there's a reason behind this. There's a reason because this is down to EU laws. There is I always get it wrong, so I have to look it up. It's called the DMA, I think. DMA, it's the European Digital Markets Act, and this is an act for the EU only, which is why people in the UK can get it still. This act is all about keeping user privacy tight, and it's also an anti-monopoly bill for social networks. So basically, and I'm quite a fan of this, it's stopping companies like Meta being able to take over the whole social media space and monopolizing it, much like WeChat does in China. So that all seems legit. That seems like a good thing, but that doesn't stop us wanting Threads. But in a tiny, tinsy bit of good news, Adam Mosseri, who is the Instagram boss, this week said it could be many months until users in the EU. Did I want to say that again? Many months until users in the EU will be able to get access to Threads. Now, why do I think this is a tinsy-wincy good bit of good news? Well, many months is better than never. And I was actually beginning to think that we would never get it. So there is still hope for EU users. But on the other hand, I'm beginning to think it's actually a good thing that the EU wants to protect my privacy and protect us from a WeChatification sort of monopoly of social media. It's going to be an interesting one to see if it actually ever happens.
Hi, Sasha Lydia from Think Outside the Bot, and you're watching The Digital Coffee with Amanda Webb.
Can Twitter survive, particularly when it is facing a crippling debt? It's bad news upon bad news for Twitter. This week, it has emerged that Twitter advertising revenue, and this is even according to Mr. Elon Musk. I've lost my bell. I'll have to find my bell for next week. Mr. Elon Musk himself. Twitter revenue is down 50%, almost 50% since he took over in October, which isn't great. But, oh well, he's been making some cutbacks. So maybe that will make, he got rid of all the staff. He's not paying his bills. Maybe they're still in no, it is hemorrhaging money. The cutbacks he's made don't even make a dent in the losses from the company. And on top of that, to service the huge debt that he created when he bought Twitter, they need to raise $13 billion. $13 billion in interest, and that needs to be paid by the end of July. There's lots of conjecture. How are they going to be able to afford this? Will Elon Musk sell more of his Tesla stock? If so, is all his business is going to go down the pan because of him buying Twitter, or will Twitter just fail? And if it does fail, what's next? What happens next? Does someone else buy it? Will it be gone for good? One thing's for sure, you better not be relying on Twitter for your business right now. It's on total shaky ground.
This is Making Sang, first name Making, from the FOMO Creator, and you have been watching The Digital Coffee Show with Amanda Webb.
We all know that creativity, which I can't even say, creativity thrives on having restraints, on having barriers. So one of the reasons that Twitter did so well earlier on, I think, was because of that restraint. We had to pack all our thoughts into little 140 character snippets. We really had to think about what we were writing to fit it into that space. And of course, there were all sorts of hacks that we used to use to tweet longer than those 140 characters. But still, it forced us to be creative to fit into those spaces. And editing is one of the most crucial tasks in any content production. And whether it's down to 140 characters or taking your big splurge of thought mining into a smaller, more concise blog post, it's so important. And that's why I'm a little bit cautious about the latest update from Twitter, the potential latest update from Twitter. Now, this is going to sound familiar to you, but soon we will be able to create full-length articles or blog posts on Twitter that will include images and multimedia of any sort. It's just going to be like a blog post on your blog and maybe a LinkedIn article. We saw this before Mr. Musk took over on Twitter. There was a thing called Notes, which was going to be it, but now it's going to be called Articles. Let me get that up on screen here. Here's the tweet about it and Mr. Musk's response. It does look kind of cool, and as long as it's kind of kept separate from the main Twitter feed, I actually don't have a problem with it because I sometimes like to read more in-depth content. In fact, I think this is way better than that now we can tweet pretty much as long as we want to already, 10,000 characters. I don't have time to read your 10,000 character tweets. That's not what I go to Twitter for. But obviously, Elon Musk's plan for Twitter is to turn it into a larger content machine where those restraints are no longer in place. As a creator, this could be good news. But don't forget to edit. Don't forget to make your content better and more concise by not just throwing your first draft up there, but by going through it. And that way, you could still be really successful, like many bloggers are and many LinkedIn publishers are.
Hi, I'm Danielle from Redbow, and you're watching The Digital Coffee with Amanda Webb.
It's hard to keep up, really. One day, the Facebook algorithm favours videos. The next day, it's live videos. The next day, doesn't like videos at all. How do we know where we are? Several times, Facebook has put their strength of the algorithm behind videos to get us to create more videos, to take on companies such as TikTok and YouTube. Well, it seems to be happening again. It looks like they are refurbishing their video tools and giving it another shot. They've just launched some new video features. The first one is kind of a bit meh. The first one is they're just renaming the watch tab. So if you're not aware of it, the watch tab is videos, basically. They're renaming that videos or video. Big change there, Facebook. Yeah, well done. But other things they're doing is, at the moment, it's kind of annoying that if you want to create a reel on Facebook, you had to kind of click a load of times to find the interface to do that. So they're going to bring that into the main feed. So you'll be able to create, along where you've got your photos and your videos, you'll be able to upload a reel or actually create and edit a reel without having to click through all those buttons to do it. That will be good. And also, I feel like there is another thing. New audio tools. So they're going to add something they were playing with when they were just looking at audio on its own without the video, when they were trying to take down Clubhouse, which was a tool that will allow you to remove background noise from your videos. Now, there's lots of AI tools that do this already. It's great that it will be baked into Facebook. Will this mean that the algorithm will start favouring video again? It is possible. And if we start seeing that, it's definitely time for you to refresh your Facebook video strategy if you want to get that more reach and engagement. It's a real opportunity. What button next?
Hi, I'm Danielle from Redbow, and you're watching The Digital Coffee with Amanda Webb.
No, not that button, Amanda. This button.
I'm Ant McGinley, and you're watching The Digital Coffee with Amanda Webb.
I have been very vocal about my annoyance that if I want Twitter blue, it comes with a verified blue tick. I know that Elon Musk and his what do you call those people? Disciples. His disciples think it's great that you can now buy a Twitter blue tick and that means that you're verified. That has never been why I wanted Twitter blue. Now, if you look at my Twitter profile, I am currently Twitter verified because I wanted to make a bit of a splash when I did Analytics Day. But I hate that I've got the blue tick there. One, because it tells people I'm paying. I don't want people to know I'm paying for Twitter necessarily. Secondly, people judge you. People judge you for that stuff. I don't want people thinking I support the new Twitter, and well, I do. I'm always going to support Twitter a little bit. There's a lot that I don't like on Twitter now, but I do support it. But I don't want to have to justify myself to people. I just want to quietly use some of the cool new tools that I can as part of Twitter Blue. It's been one of the things that put me off actually paying my money, but that looks like it's about to change. So now, looky at this. This was discovered by reverse engineer Alessandro Paluzzi. And it looks like soon you will have the option to switch off the blue tick. I would love that. That would actually literally make my day. I'd be so happy. So thank you, whoever's idea that was.
Hey, I'm Christine Gritman, and you are watching The Digital Coffee with social media superstar Amanda Webb.
And just to prove that even though I am pre-recording this, it is live, I've totally lost my place in my notes. I just thought I'd mention that. I have to look through here. This is cool. Once a year this happens and I get very excited. It's to do with emojis. And emojis, I think, are important. They are part of our online or our text-based communications. They are part of our vocabulary now. We may not say them out loud like, a man with tear dropping from the top of his head, but we use them continuously in our messaging, whether it's a social media post or an email or even a blog post. They are an integral part of how we write, and there's no getting away from that. And that's why I get excited every year when they announce what they are considering to be the new emojis. And Emojipedia, which is a great place you can go to find emojis that you want to use for specific topics, have mocked up what these new emojis may look like. And this is it. We've got a lime, we've got a mushroom, we've got a phoenix, we've got a few other buttons, and at the bottom you'll see you're going to look at those and you're going to go, we've got these ones already, Amanda. There's people walking, there's people in a wheelchair. We have those for ages. What's different is they're facing the other way. So at the moment you can only put a walk emoji going in one direction, and that might have the words going into their back. Now you'll be able to choose the direction that it goes in, so it goes the other way and the words will be coming out of their front. I, for one, think that's great. Maybe you don't agree, but I think it's wonderful. And let me press that button. That seemed to go fast, and that's because I can't see all your comments. I'm just going to assume you're all saying wonderful things. You're saying, welcome back, Amanda. Hope you had a nice holiday. You're saying, I had a cup of coffee, Amanda. You're saying, I hate the everyone tag. Or actually, Amanda, it's valuable because how else am I going to reach the people that I want to on Facebook? If you haven't done that, this is your cue to tell me about it. If you would rather just see me live, that's okay, because I will be. I take a cautious look at my calendar. I will be here next Friday morning, live, chatting to you and getting to know you. So until then, I will be back. Same bat time, same bat place next week. Until then, bye-bye.